Well, David, it's looking like it's going to be a cold sit for you.
Bone chilling is the word we're going to use for that on that hunt, I'll tell you. Sitting on the edge of that field with that wind blowing through there, but it was still an exciting night. We had a lot of turkey action around there. We had some good bucks coming out, and it was an exciting night.
Well, let's go see what bucks are going to show up.
All right, everyone. We just got set up. We are out for the late season flintlock season in Pennsylvania. And the only reason I'm talking so quiet is as I was getting set up, we got turkeys down here. And unfortunately, I have got a monster buck down below me, and the only thing we have is a toe tag. Here, we're gonna have doe here. Hopefully we can get a shot at one. I could say that was awesome. We literally have been in the stand 5 minutes. And I just happened to look down, and he was standing down there feeding underneath them pines. That's a good start to the evening. Well, if we have a big mature buck like that on his feet already, I think we got a pretty good chance of getting a shot at a doe tonight.
Well, David, that's one heck of a buck.
Of all the time to see a buck like that, and I'll tell you what, it was still enjoyable watching them.
And those turkeys just kept going and going and going.
It was nonstop with the turkeys. It was enjoyable. I'll tell you what, that was the best hunt that I've been on in a long time.
And there's still more deer working their way toward you.
There's a lot more coming out.
Well, let's go see it.
This ravine that goes down below us here. So we're gonna sit tight here. And we'll see if we can get a shot at a doe tonight, so stay with us.
While he was waiting on more deer to show, these two squirrels provided David with a little entertainment with a front row seat. This segment brought to you by Stephen Chilcote, Land and Timber Consultant, specializing in full-service forestry and wildlife habitat design. And by Killer Food Plots. You reap what you sow. Well, David, you had a front row seat for those 2 squirrels.
I did. You know, it's not just about the kill, it's about what you're seeing in the wilderness when you're out there. And I had a blast filming those squirrels like that.
They were funny.
In and out of the hole in that tree, chasing each other. It was a good time.
And it's about 4:30 right now, and there's some other deer working their way up toward you.
Yep, I got some doe moving up into me.
All right, let's see what happens. These deer worked that ridge to the left of David up toward the fields, and he was trying everything he could to find an opening with a clear shot. David, you had a lot of doe coming up that hillside, but no clear shot?
No, it's very thick through there, and I just could not get a shot through it.
Well, there's a lot of deer filtering into that field right now, and it looks like some really nice buck following.
There is some nice buck coming in there.
All right, let's take a look at all this footage. David, plenty of deer right in that field behind you. Look like a chip shot.
Yeah, I'm shooting. There's a hillside back there. I just did not feel comfortable taking a shot. I mean, you don't know what's on the other side of that hill, so I just let it go.
Good advice. David was getting quite the show with all these deer out in front of him in this nice big 8-point, but he catches a single doe standing by herself, and it's the chance he's been waiting for. Let's see if he takes it.
I apologize for the darkness now, but I just didn't want to spook any of those deer. I wanted to get them on film as long as I could. But this was an awesome night, and we will be back out again. Hopefully next time we can make it happen.
This segment brought to you by Slusser Law Firm, your personal injury attorney. Vesuvio's Pizzeria and Restaurante, great food, greater people. And by Paul's Auto Center, help when you need it most. David, I wish we would have seen deer like that during the archery season.
How about it?
But that you had that doe down low, and it looked like the area was safe to shoot.
Not taking a shot at a small one. I know there's mature doe in there, and that's what we were opting to take.
Cool. Now you're going back out this next evening. You're back out, but you're hunting on a different part of the farm?
We're on the same farm. We're on the west side of the farm this time.
Sitting in a little bit different stand.
A little bit different stand, yep.
And still lots of action.
Absolutely.
Let's check that out.
All right, everyone. We are getting ready for our evening hunt. Getting dressed up here. It's still cold out. We've got our Altera Alpaca Prevail hunting socks here. I'll tell you what, if you don't have a pair of these, you need to get a pair, because these socks are the most comfortable sock you could wear. Warm. I used to have so many different pairs of socks that never did the job, but I'll tell you what, you cannot go wrong with these socks. So last night we went out and we had a really fun evening. We had a lot of deer, but it's not always about the kill. I got a lot of really good footage. We saw some monster bucks last night. I don't know where they were during archery season, but we got some really good bucks on film last night. This evening, we are gonna hunt the opposite side of that farm and hope that we could get a shot at a big doe, a mature doe. All right, we'll see you out in the woods. We're all set up for the evening hunt. We got a nice stand here. It's sides all around, the roof on it. Don't have to worry about the snow laying on my flint. So we're gonna sit here. We have a big ravine down in front of us. Cut corn up behind us, and off to my left, there's a creek bottom that comes and it meets up with the hollow that runs down in front of me. So this is a good, it's a good funnel. And the only way they have to come for feed is past me.
It's definitely not warm. You can hear the trees cracking as they sway, and this nice red fox decided to sneak on by. Deer are starting to move to the area, and despite the cold temps, the action is heating up. But will they get close enough before daylight runs out? This segment is brought to you by Scent Blocker, Show the Shield, and by Vortex Optics. Join the Vortex Nation. David, you're looking a little cold sitting up there in that tree stand, but the action, I think, is actually going to start heating up.
Yeah, the temperature's not heating up. The action with the deer's heating up. I've got deer moving in. They're feeding in on the bottom from my left, coming out in front of me. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. If you've ever hunted with a flintlock muzzleloader in severe conditions, you know what can happen, and David is about to be reminded of that.
I just got a shot. I don't know if I hit it or not. But I'll tell you what, that gun did not want to go off. I fired that 4 times. 4 times I click, click, click. That's the fun of muzzleloader hunting. This was an awesome night. There were deer all over down there. I'm just gonna take a walk. I'm gonna see if I hit that deer, look for any blood. So stay tuned. We'll let you know what happens. That deer was standing right in here. Oh, I see hair. Oh, let me show you that, people. Oh yeah, we got hair. All right, I'm gonna pack out of here. And we're gonna come back. And we're gonna get this deer when I have some help, so stay with us. I got my dragging crew here with me. There's all the guys here. Jimmy's gonna drag first, Dennis is gonna drag second, and then Wally's gonna finish it off.
I'm not sure what he's talking about.
He only asked us to come help him find this deer, not
gotta
drag
find
it
it.
out.
You just said find it.
Drag, same thing.
No, it's cold. Let's go find this deer.
This is where he crossed right here. What's that right there? Right there?
There it is.
All right, Jim, you go first. Let me know if that ice will hold us. Back a little far, but that's why I opted to back out. Wait for these guys to come. I didn't want to push the deer. All right.
Nice job.
Thank you, sir. Boy, what a fun night. Had deer, a bunch of deer around us. Yesterday evening, had a bunch of deer, got a lot of good buck on film. And tonight we were fortunate enough to take this one. And sausage. Sausage. Dennis didn't bring a drag for me. I'll tell you what, guys. I'll take it down through here. and then we'll switch off.
David, after a few clicks, it finally came together.
It did. We got it done. We got a big doe on the ground, and it was an exciting hunt.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Next week, folks, we're closing the season out with our good friend Mike Wagner of Dusty W German Short Hair Pointers and our hunt winner, Philip Hunter.